Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Making Fun of the News, where I try and find humor in at least one news story a day during the week, and then I film and upload on Sundays, and I just sneezed on camera. This week's episode is from Monday, April 25th through Sunday, May 1st. What the heck just moved over there? April 25th, in a case of Dumb and Dumber, two cousins who are pilots teamed up with Red Bull to try and switch planes mid-air. It sounds like it was sponsored by drug dealers because they be tripping. The stunt was 10 years in the making and failed after one of the planes started to spin out of control. The planning phase included this guy drawing out what should have happened. Maybe they should have, I don't know, used a computer. The FAA is currently looking into possible criminal charges of flying while attention whoring. There must be a lot of people in the world who need energy for Red Bull to make enough money to sponsor these stunts. I've never taken a Red Bull. I know that's a shocker. Most people would suggest that I need to drink a keg of Red Bull to get some more energy and become more extroverted. Maybe that's a future video I can do on my channel. Not. For their next stunt, the cousins said they'd like to throw their wives out of planes. Period. April 26, a California woman was stranded in a snowy forest for 6 days and survived by eating yogurt. The woman was identified as Jamie Lee Curtis, who had a year's supply of Activia in her trunk. I'm kidding, it wasn't her. She's so weird, like who lounges like that? Only weird people do that. Well, at least that's according to the comments when I post my videos on TikTok. The article said the 52-year-old woman was accompanied by a 48-year-old man. What's going on there? This wasn't the only cougar prowling the forest. After their vehicle got stuck in the snow overnight, they tried to walk to safety, but the soles of the woman's shoes came off. So the guy left her alone. Sounds like she wasn't the only one without a soul. She survived on yogurt and snow, and she was really excited when she thought she found some spilled lemonade, which turned out to be Smokey the Bear emptying his bladder trying to put out a forest fire. That made no sense. The woman's name was Sheena. Is her brother named Hina? This was the second longest amount of time that a Sheena has gone missing. The current record is held by Sheena Easton, who has been missing from the Billboard charts for 4 decades. So it was finally resolved when the guy made it to a town called Susanville, which is next to Funkytown, and a helicopter rescued the woman, who said that she and the man are next headed to Splitsville. April 27th, in one of the trickiest serves since Pete Sampras retired, actress Olivia Wilde was served with child custody papers while she was giving a speech at CinemaCon when a woman handed her an envelope that said personal and confidential. At first, Olivia thought it was just her STD test results after her boyfriend Harry Styles just recently returned home from a long concert tour. What's next? But then she opened it and she saw that it was child custody papers from her ex-fiancé Jason Sudeikis. I love how this article classified it as vindictive. I would have added, that's cold, bro, and totes aux. Whatever that means. April 28th, Johnny Depp is suing his ex-wife Amber Heard for defamation after she insinuated that he abused her. And during the trial, their ex-apartment doorman gave his testimony while vaping, drinking soda, and driving. Judges are now concerned that other witnesses will now want to give their testimony from remote locations like a recliner at home, or on a bed, or in a bathtub, or on a roller coaster. Speaking of baths, when's the last time Johnny took one? The witness later said that he thought this would be a good opportunity to be seen by casting agents in Hollywood, and he considered it to be his audition for a live-action remake of Puff the Magic Dragon. April 29th, Andy Cohen announced that he bought a second child. Andy chose the name Lucy because that's the same nickname that the men at the gay bathhouse gave him. Andy's daughter weighed 8 pounds and 13 ounces, which is the same amount of cocaine Andy has snorted. For his first photo with his new child, Andy learned his lesson from his first photo with his son, that no matter how big your moobs are, men cannot breastfeed, so he buttoned up his shirt. I'm sure Andy will take it really well when people say, "Is that your granddaughter?" I know I sound bitter and mean about what should be a happy time, but I just don't think that somebody in their 50s who is single and has a history of drug and alcohol issues should be bringing babies into the world. Hashtag blessed. So I'll end it on a happy note. And like Andy would say, mazel to Andy. his surrogate, and the turkey baster that made it all possible. In science news, a study of MRI brain scans showed that teenagers tune out their mothers at age 13. In a similar study, most people who hear Christina Aguilera sing tune out after 3 seconds. That's all for that story. I just wanted to do a clown Tina Aguilera joke. April 30th, a couple from Oklahoma eloped to Las Vegas and got married on a plane mid-air by another passenger who happened to be an ordained minister. He wore a sash made out of empty snack bags by flight attendants who said the only thing harder than making the sash were the minister's nipples. They hung toilet paper from the luggage compartments, and one of the flight attendants was a maid of honor, or dishonor. Where did she get her dress? Victoria's Secret? There ain't no secrets with that dress. Everything's out in the open. Did TSA stop her for trying to bring 2 torpedoes onto the plane? They were flying on Southwest Airlines, so the bride walked from the back of the plane to the front, which is known as the no class section. After they French kissed, some of the passengers needed to use their barf bags, and instead of cake, one of the passengers offered them their leftover powdered donut. That's classy. Having said all of those horrible jokes, this is called making fun of the news after all. I did think that Southwest was really cool to let them do that, and the passengers and the flight attendants were cool. And the couple seemed really fun, and their vows were really sweet. Like me. This last story isn't necessarily news and not necessarily funny, but it was on MSN.com today, and every other story today is just really sad news that I could not find anything funny with. So, May 1st, a homeowner captured a bear trying to steal their bird feeder in their backyard. At first, it looked like the bear was trying to do the Humpty Hump with the tree, and then it was auditioning for a circus high wire act, and then it tried to move along to eat the bird seed or some actual birds, and it was barely hanging on, that was stupid, before it finally fell to the ground. The homeowner promised the bear that they would submit it to America's Funniest Home Videos and buy them any food with any winnings. I told you that was stupid and not funny. Bye!